From the harsh streets of Tondo, Manila, where he collected garbage as a child to help his family survive, to the halls of power as the mayor of one of Asia's most important cities, Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso's life story reads like a modern-day rags-to-riches tale that would seem too incredible to believe if it weren't absolutely true. Today, we're diving deep into the remarkable journey of a man who transformed not just his own destiny, but the very face of Philippine politics and entertainment. Born on October 24, 1974, in the impoverished district of Tondo, Manila, Isko Moreno's early life was defined by the kind of poverty that forces children to grow up far too quickly. Tondo, known as one of Manila's most densely populated and economically challenged areas, was a place where survival often meant making impossible choices. For young Francisco, childhood wasn't about toys and games, it was about helping his family put food on the table and keeping a roof over their heads. The image of a young Isko collecting garbage in the streets of Manila has become iconic in Philippine culture, not because it's something to be ashamed of, but because of what it represents. Here was a boy who could have easily been forgotten by society, relegated to the margins like so many others born into similar circumstances. But even as he worked the streets, collecting scraps and recyclables to earn a few pesos, there was something different about him, a spark that refused to be extinguished by the harsh realities of his environment. His path to fame began in the most unlikely of places. As a teenager, Isko was discovered by talent scouts who saw potential in his ruggedly handsome features and natural charisma. The transition from garbage collector to television personality wasn't immediate or easy. Like many young actors trying to break into the Philippine entertainment industry, he faced rejection, small roles, and the constant struggle to prove himself worthy of bigger opportunities. But Isko possessed something that couldn't be taught in acting classes or drama workshops: authenticity. His experiences on the streets of Tondo had given him a depth of character and understanding of human struggle that translated powerfully on screen. When he spoke about hardship, audiences believed him because he had lived it. When he portrayed characters fighting against the odds, viewers saw not just an actor playing a role, but someone who genuinely understood what that fight meant. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Isko built a successful career in Philippine entertainment. He appeared in numerous television shows and films, often cast as the tough guy with a heart of gold, the street-smart character who could handle himself in any situation. His screen presence was magnetic, and audiences connected with his performances on a visceral level. He wasn't just another pretty face in an industry full of them. He was someone who brought real experience and genuine emotion to his roles. But even as his entertainment career flourished, Isko never forgot where he came from or the community that had shaped him. He maintained close ties to Tondo and was deeply aware of the ongoing struggles faced by people living in poverty throughout Manila. This awareness would eventually drive him toward a different kind of stage, the political arena. His entry into politics in 1998 marked the beginning of what would become an extraordinary second career. Starting as a counselor in Manila, Isko approached politics with the same determination and authenticity that had made him successful in entertainment. He wasn't interested in playing political games or engaging in the kind of empty rhetoric that often characterizes public service. Instead, he focused on concrete actions that could improve the lives of his constituents. His political rise was steady and impressive. He served as Manila's vice mayor for 3 terms, learning the intricacies of local government and building a reputation as someone who could get things done. During this time, he developed the management skills and political acumen that would later serve him well as mayor. More importantly, he never lost touch with the common people, maintaining his connection to the streets and the struggles of ordinary Filipinos. The 2019 mayoral election marked a turning point not just in Isko's career, but in Manila's political landscape when he was elected as the 23rd mayor of Manila. His campaign was built on promises of real change, of bringing the same energy and authenticity to City Hall that he had brought to everything else in his life. Manila voters, tired of traditional politicians who seemed more interested in personal enrichment than public service, responded enthusiastically to his message. As mayor from 2019 to 2022, Isko embarked on an ambitious program of urban renewal and social reform. His administration focused on cleaning up Manila's streets, improving public services, and creating opportunities for the city's most vulnerable residents. He understood that effective governance wasn't about grand gestures or empty promises, but about the daily work of making life better for ordinary people. One of his most visible initiatives was the transformation of Manila's public spaces. Under his leadership, the city invested heavily in parks, public markets, and community centers. He understood that a city's physical environment directly impacts the quality of life for its residents, and he worked tirelessly to create spaces where people could gather, relax, and build community connections. His approach to social services was equally transformative. Drawing on his own experiences with poverty, Isko implemented programs designed to provide real assistance to families in need. Rather than simply distributing aid, his administration focused on creating opportunities for people to improve their circumstances permanently. Job training programs, educational initiatives, and small business support became hallmarks of his tenure. In 2025, Isko was re-elected as mayor-elect of Manila, demonstrating that his approach to governance had resonated with voters who appreciated his hands-on, results-oriented leadership style. His return to office represents not just personal vindication, but validation of a different way of doing politics, one based on service rather than self-interest. But politics represents only one aspect of Isko's remarkable life story. Perhaps equally important is his role as a family man and the stability he has found in his personal relationships. Since 2000, Isko has been married to Diana Lynn Ditan, a businesswoman and former taekwondo athlete who competed at the national level for the Philippines. Their relationship represents a true partnership, with Diana providing not just personal support but also serving as a trusted advisor and confidant throughout his political career. Diana Lynn Ditan is far from the typical politician's wife content to remain in the background. Born in 1975, she brought her own impressive credentials to the relationship, having represented the Philippines as a taekwondo athlete. Her athletic background gave her the discipline and competitive spirit that complemented Isko's own drive and ambition. As a businesswoman, she also understood the demands of professional life and the importance of building sustainable success. Their marriage has been blessed with a large and loving family. Together, they have 5 children. Vincent Patrick, born 1997, Diana's son from a previous relationship whom Isko adopted, Francis Diane, born 1999, Joaquin Andre JD, born 2001, Franco Dylan, born 2009, and Drake Marcus, born 2011. The family structure reflects Isko's inclusive approach to relationships and his understanding that love creates family bonds stronger than blood alone. Joaquin Andre, who goes by JD, has followed in his father's footsteps by pursuing an acting career, showing that talent and charisma run in the family. However, Isko has been careful not to push his children into the spotlight, understanding the unique pressures that come with being the child of a public figure. He wants each of his children to find their own path and develop their own identities, separate from his fame and political position. The Domagoso family lifestyle reflects Isko's values and priorities. Despite his wealth and political position, they maintain a relatively modest approach to life, avoiding the ostentatious displays of wealth that characterize some political families. Their home life emphasizes education, hard work, and service to others, values that Isko learned during his difficult childhood and that he wants to pass on to the next generation. Isko's net worth is estimated at around 70 million pesos, approximately $1.2 million USD, a figure he has disclosed publicly as part of his commitment to transparency and public service. This wealth comes from his successful entertainment career, smart investments, and business ventures undertaken with his wife. Unlike many politicians who seem to accumulate mysterious wealth after entering public service, Isko's financial success can be clearly traced to his legitimate career activities. The couple's approach to wealth reflects their shared values. Rather than simply accumulating assets for personal comfort, they have invested in businesses and properties that create employment and contribute to economic development. Diana's business acumen has been particularly important in managing their financial affairs and ensuring that their wealth is used responsibly and productively. Their lifestyle, while comfortable, remains grounded in the realities of their backgrounds. Isko hasn't forgotten the lessons learned during his impoverished childhood, and he maintains a deep appreciation for the simple pleasures in life. Family dinners, time spent with his children, and quiet moments away from the public eye remain his most treasured experiences. One of the most remarkable aspects of Isko's story is how he has managed to maintain his authenticity despite achieving fame and political power. Many people who rise from poverty to prominence find themselves changed by success, sometimes losing touch with their origins and the values that initially drove them. Isko has managed to avoid this trap, remaining essentially the same person who collected garbage in Tondo, just with more resources and greater opportunities to help others. His communication style reflects this authenticity. Whether speaking to international diplomats or addressing constituents in informal settings, Isko maintains the same direct, honest approach that has characterized his entire career. He doesn't use political doublespeak or try to be someone he's not. This consistency has earned him respect across the political spectrum and helped him build coalitions that transcend traditional party lines. The relationship between Isko and Diana serves as a model for how political couples can maintain both personal happiness and professional effectiveness. Diana's background as an athlete gives her an understanding of competition, preparation, and the importance of teamwork that translates well to the political arena. She provides counsel without seeking the spotlight, supports his ambitions while maintaining her own identity, and helps create a stable home environment that allows him to focus on his public responsibilities. Their marriage has weathered the unique pressures that come with political life. Campaign seasons, public scrutiny, and the constant demands of public service can strain even the strongest relationships. The fact that Isko and Diana have not only survived but thrived throughout his rise to prominence speaks to the strength of their bond and their shared commitment to their family and values. Isko's 2022 presidential campaign, though ultimately unsuccessful, demonstrated his national political ambitions and his belief that his brand of practical, service-oriented leadership could be scaled up to address the Philippines' broader challenges. While he didn't win the presidency, the campaign elevated his national profile and established him as a significant figure in Philippine politics beyond Manila. The presidential campaign revealed both Isko's strengths and the challenges he faces as a political leader. His authenticity and track record in Manila resonated with many voters who were tired of traditional politicians. His message of practical governance and focus on results rather than rhetoric appealed to people looking for real solutions to persistent problems. However, he also faced the reality that national politics operates differently from local governance, with different constituencies, media dynamics, and coalition-building requirements. Despite the presidential campaign's outcome, Isko's return to Manila's mayor's office in 2025 suggests that his political future remains bright. He has established a strong base of support in the nation's capital and demonstrated that his approach to governance can produce tangible results. His success in Manila provides a platform for future political ambitions while allowing him to continue implementing the policies and programs that have made him popular with voters. Looking at Isko's lifestyle today, one sees a man who has achieved remarkable success while maintaining his core values and personal relationships. His daily routine balances the demands of public office with family time and personal reflection. He understands that sustainable leadership requires taking care of oneself and one's relationships, not just focusing obsessively on work and political advancement. The Domagoso family's approach to public life reflects careful consideration of privacy and protection, especially for the children. While Isko and Diana are public figures who understand the importance of media engagement and public visibility, they have worked to ensure that their children can develop normally without excessive public scrutiny. This balance between public service and private life represents one of Isko's most impressive achievements. His relationship with Diana continues to be a source of strength and stability. After more than 2 decades of marriage, they have developed the kind of partnership that allows both individuals to pursue their goals while supporting each other's ambitions. Diana's business success provides financial independence and personal fulfillment, while her role as a political spouse gives her opportunities to contribute to public service in her own way. The evolution of Isko's career from entertainment to politics to family man represents a uniquely Filipino success story. His journey embodies many of the values that resonate deeply in Philippine culture: hard work, family loyalty, service to community, and the belief that individual success should be used to help others. His story provides hope to people facing their own struggles and demonstrates that circumstances of birth need not determine one's ultimate destiny. As we look at Isko Moreno's life today, we see someone who has successfully navigated multiple careers and personal challenges while maintaining his essential character and values. His marriage to Diana, their 5 children, his political achievements, and his continued commitment to public service represent different facets of a life well lived and a legacy that extends far beyond personal success. The boy who collected garbage in Tondo has become a national figure, but he has never forgotten where he came from or the people who shaped his character. His story continues to unfold, with new chapters being written in Manila's City Hall and in the private moments he shares with his family. Whether his future holds higher political office, continued success in local governance, or new ventures entirely, one thing remains certain. Isko Moreno will approach whatever comes next with the same authenticity, determination, and commitment to service that have defined his remarkable journey from the streets of Tondo to the halls of power. If Isko Moreno's incredible journey from poverty to political prominence has inspired you, or if you have your own thoughts about his leadership style and achievements, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. His story represents the best of what's possible when talent meets determination and success is used in service of others. And if you enjoyed learning about this remarkable leader and the family that supports him, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving this video a like. There are so many more inspiring stories of people who have overcome incredible odds to make a difference in the world, and we're excited to share them with you.